English, Standard 12, Unit 2, Poem, Our Casuarina Tree, written by Torotat. Torotat was born in Bengal in 1856. She was a Bengali writer, poet from the Indian subcontinent who wrote in English and French. She was the third daughter of the family. She hailed from a noble, rich family. Her family was a family of distinguished intellectuals and poets. She spent her childhood days in India. Then she moved to Europe and England. With all her exposure to and involvement in Western life and culture, she loved the land of her birth and remained thoroughly Indian in her consciousness and sensibility. She wrote poems both in English and French. Our Casuarina Tree is one of the most popular poems in Indian literature. It is a narrative, reflective, philosophic and romantic poem. Narrative, reflective, philosophic and romantic poem. The poem consists of 5 stanzas, each with 11 lines. It consists of 5 stanzas, each with 11 lines. Torotat celebrates the majesty of Casuarina Tree that she used to see by her window and remembers her happy childhood days spent under it and revives her memories with her beloved siblings. She remembers her childhood days spent under it and revives her memories with her beloved siblings. The poem begins with a description of the tree. The poem begins with a description of the tree. Like a huge python, winding round and round, the rugged trunk indented deep with scars, up to its very summit near the stars. Like a huge python, a kind of snake, winding round and round, the rugged trunk, the body of the tree, indented deep with scars, up to its very summit height near the stars. Like a huge python winding round and round, the rugged trunk indented deep with scars, up to its very summit near the stars. The tree is tall and strong, with a creeper winding around it, like a python. The tree stands like a giant, with a colorful scarf of flowers. The sweet song of the bird is heard at night. At dawn, when the poet opens her window, she is delighted to see the Casuarina tree. The first 2 stanzas are narrative, in which the poet gives a description of the Casuarina tree, which shows her minute observation of nature. This shows her minute observation of nature. The 3rd and 4th stanzas are reflective. The 3rd and 4th stanzas are reflective. And I can just write the first 2 lines of the 3rd stanza. See, the first 2 lines of the 3rd stanza, in which she says, but not because of its magnificence, but not because of its magnificence, because of its magnificence, but not because of its magnificence. What she wants to say that? Not because of its magnificence. Dear is the Casuarina to my soul. Dear is the Casuarina. Dear is the Casuarina to my soul. She says, but not because of its magnificence. Dear is the Casuarina to my soul. So in this way, she just wants to say that. She expresses that it is not because of the majestic appearance of the tree she loves it, that it is dear to her heart and soul. Not at all. It is because it could remind her of her childhood days spent under it, and she could revive her memories with her beloved siblings. And that is why she says that, but not because of its magnificence. Dear is the Casuarina to my soul. Beneath it, we have played, though years may roll. Beneath it, we have played, though years may roll. Third stanza, the last two lines, she says, it is the tree's lament and airy speech that happily to the unknown land may reach. She beautifully says her words in such a way. She brings out the theme of nature. It is the tree's lament and airy speech that happily to the unknown land may reach. She has brought out the theme of nature as something that shares feelings with human beings, and that lightens the burden of the heart of the people. She continues with a description of how strong the image of the tree is, even when it is in land far away. She can hear the tree lamenting, crying her absence. She can hear the tree lamenting her absence, crying her absence, though she is far, far, far away from the tree. And the fifth and the last stanza, she says that the tree is dearer than life to her. The fifth but last stanza, she says that the tree is dearer than life to her. Maybe that is, she just loved the tree so much because the tree brings sweet memories of her past. And mayst thou be numbered when my days are done with the deathless trees like those in Borodale. See, in the fifth stanza, she says, mayst thou be numbered when my days are done with the deathless trees like those in Borodale. The poet consecrates the tree's memory to her loved ones who are not alive. She consecrates the tree's memories, the tree's memory to her loved ones who are not alive. She immortalizes the tree through this poem, like how Wordsworth sanctified the yew tree of Borodale Valley in his poem. So here the poet immortalizes the tree by sanctifying it, dedicating, consecrating the tree to her loved ones who are not alive. Finally, she says, may love defend thee from oblivion's curse. May love defend thee. Thee means the tree. From oblivion's curse. Expressing her wish that love shield her tree against the curse of forgetfulness. Love shield her tree against the curse of forgetfulness. That the tree should be remembered. The tree be remembered out of love and not just because it cannot be forgotten. The tree must be remembered out of love and not just because it cannot be forgotten. That's what she concludes the poem with a beautiful line, saying that may love defend thee, shelter you from oblivion's curse. So that is, the tree should be remembered out of love and not just because it cannot be forgotten. She strongly believes that nature speaks to human beings. Nature can communicate with humans, and also human beings also can communicate with nature. She could communicate with the tree even when she was in a far-off land. And that's what she dedicates, sanctifies the sweet memories of the tree's memory to her loved ones who are not alive. So, dear students, love nature. Nature loves you so much. Love nature, and nature loves you so much. We learn from this poem, we ought to love nature. We can hear the voice of the nature if we really love it.